Hi, my name is Alyssa Panich, and I'm an associate professor of biomedical engineering at Purdue University. We really want to add to the knowledge that creates something that improves human well-being. My laboratory is very interested in trying to learn how we can use synthetic materials, so polymers that many people think of as plastics and rubbers, and how we can learn from biology to make these materials behave in some way within the body. We're interested in helping people who have spinal cord injuries repair their spinal cord to improve some of their bodily functions. I knew that I was quite interested in medicine. But I really liked chemistry and materials and science and engineering. And as an undergraduate, I started off in chemical engineering. I had a great guidance counselor in high school who steered me toward engineering because of my strengths in science and math. And I went into chemical engineering, and it was interesting, but I really liked the biology. And so I started looking at ways that I could combine the two. If we could regrow a blood vessel, then people who have a heart attack because their coronary arteries, or the arteries that feed the heart, are damaged, then one could put in a natural blood vessel that would just integrate with the body and behave like an undiseased vessel. There's a big push to create vessels that are more natural, that are really made out of the patient's own materials. In a lot of ways, biomedical engineering is very exciting. Not only do we work on improving human health through engineered materials and devices, but it's also a very broad area. So if there's someone who's really quite interested in electrical engineering and how circuits work, but they're also interested in biology, you can start to look at things like electrodes that help pacing the heart, or help with epilepsy by stimulating the central nervous system, or there are a whole host of other things that an electrical engineer can do that's applied to biology that are very helpful. The laboratory tries to blend some biological signals, so pieces of biological molecules, with the synthetic molecules to try to either control how the biological molecules behave or to control how synthetic molecules behave. I found that learning the sciences and learning math was easier for me than, say, geography or world history or anything like that, and I really enjoyed it more, and I think we tend to gravitate towards those things that we do better. I've always liked puzzle solving and those kinds of things, and I think of science really as a big puzzle. You know how bits and pieces work, but you always strive for more information to better understand how it works. I love my job. I love every day of it because I'm always thinking, I'm always trying to figure things out, and that's something I really enjoy doing. I like, as I said, I like to put together puzzles, and I like to figure things out. And it's always changing. And so I get to think about new things. I get to see what other engineers and scientists around the world are doing and how that fits into the problems that I'm trying to solve. And so I'm always learning. You do want to study and work hard in school, that's important, and go ahead and take those science courses and math courses that you can get to. But don't forget that you really need to learn a lot about English and writing and communication and even history. To be good in science, you always want to know what's already been done so you don't try to recreate the wheel. No matter who you are, if you have curiosity about how things work, if you want to improve the human condition, if you want to improve the quality of life for people in the future as well as for your own generation, then pursuing a career in science or engineering is really important. It's extremely rewarding.